everyone, I'm Mohammed Hasen Khan. Today, the video is going to be very special because we are going to have a Q&A session with one and only Miss FALKIA Khan. So, how are you, FALKIA Khan?
Well, I'm good, and I think I'll be feeling more better after having an interview with my own brother.
So, can we start? Our Q&A?
Yes.
Okay. The first question is, how do you cheer yourself up?
How do I cheer myself up? Okay, so I think having a good cry or laugh can make us feel better, and doing this may help you. And whenever I feel low, I usually go to my mother, I cry, or else my mother makes some of the jokes and I laugh with her. So these are the only things, these are my therapy when I feel low, and this is how I cheer myself.
Second question, who knows you better?
Who knows me the better? I think it would be my family. I'm not gonna specifically say my brother, my mother, or my father because all the three of them know me far more better than I myself know myself. So yes, so it would be my family, and these are the only three persons which I'm close to, which I share a very good or strong bond with them.
The third question is, what do you think your best qualities are?
Few of my best qualities are that I am confident, I don't give up, and I have a lot of patience, and also I have very strong willpower, which has been said by my mother. So, believing to her words, I think I have these all few qualities which I'm good at.
The fourth question is, what is on your bucket list?
Okay, what is on my bucket list? So the first thing which I have on my bucket list is to explore the world with my family, and also in this journey I also want to explore myself because there are many few things which I have not explored yet. So these are the few things which I have on my bucket list, and I hope in future I will explore myself and as well as the world with, of course, with my family.
What was your proudest moment?
One of my proudest moment was like in the year 2020 or 2019 when I had won the national level boxing Muay Thai championship with a gold medal, because that was the time when I saw my parents having a proud smile on their faces, and this let me believe that yes, I am doing something which is making my parents proud, and this thing made me feel that I am proud of myself. And there are many other times we have when I have felt proud of myself, but that's not so big or so close to me compared to this one occasion.
What inspires you?
What inspires me? I think it would be my family. You know, whenever I wake up morning, I see my mother working hard, preparing food, ironing my clothes, telling me to wake up, telling me to study and all. So this is the one thing which inspires me. And also, and I see my father working day and night, 24 hours, so that he could give me good life, give me good education and food. So, and yes, it would my parents and also my brother. When I see my brother who is there for me whenever I feel low, or whenever I feel like, oh, I'm so tired after studying or continuous things and all the stuff, there is my brother who is always there for me, who always tells me like, oh, come on, Devi, you can do more, you are more strong and all. So I think it would be my family who always keeps on encouraging me, inspire me in every single moment. Whenever I had failures and all, my family was there to stand behind me, to make me stand up again, and to tell me that I'm stronger than I believe.
That's very kind. So, how do you deal with criticism?
Okay. How do I deal with criticism? Well, few months before, when I had few of the negative comments and all, I went to my mother and I told like, oh my god, I'm feeling so low. What is all this? During that time, my mother said me that whenever people start to hate you or give you criticism and all, you should know that you have been focus, you have a lot of focus on you. That means you are getting popular. That means people are knowing you. That means you are doing something good or something well, and you're making your parents and yourself proud. And criticism is just a small part of your life. Life has many more big issues, many more big problems. If you don't face now criticism, then how will you face the big problems, big wars and all? How will you face them? So I think this is the one thing which my mother had taught me, and also my father, who always says me to be like, care, be careless, don't focus on the people who don't mean you. So this is how I faced criticism.
That's a very good message to youths. What are you most passionate about? What are you more passionate about?
I'm passionate about studying. I like to read a lot, and also I am so passionate about speaking, and I want to encourage the youths. I have a good gift of speaking. Of course, I can utilize it and encourage the youths and all the people who are watching me. So this is the one thing I'm passionate about.
What biggest lesson you have learned?
The biggest lesson I have learned in my life is that when you feel that the things are falling apart, they may be falling into places. This lesson was taught for me when I was like during the corona time, when we were insulated in our homes and we were not allowed to go move out. I felt like I'm not so good, I'm not studying at all, I'm not doing anything about, I'm just focusing on YouTube, giving speeches and all. I think I should focus more on education and all. During that time I felt like I'll be a failure after 2 3 years, but when I see now 2 3 years behind, I feel like yes, the things which I felt like the things are falling apart, but they were falling into places. So yes, this is the thing which I have learned in my life till now. There are many other lessons, but this is the one of the very very strong lesson which I've ever learned in my life.
How would your friends describe you?
Okay, so I don't have a lot of friends, but I have very small circle of friends. So whenever I go there, they call me like fast and furious. And not to forget, I had even got a prefix when I was in my 10th. On the farewell day, I got a prefix from my teachers and my principal and my friends that fearless FALKIA Khan. So this is one thing they always call me, and also Miss Fast and Furious. And that is another reason which whenever I start a speech or when I start my talk, I say Miss Fast and Furious. So this is the reason why I call myself Fast and Furious, because my friends, my teachers, and of course my family believes that I am Miss Fast and Furious, and also fearless.
What is the last book you have read?
The last book which I had read was like You Can Win. The current book which I'm reading now is Atomic Habits, which is written by James Clear.
What have you learned from that books?
Okay, the first book, which was You Can Win, this was the book which was suggested by my mother, because whenever I was falling apart few months ago, I was like very low, I was having a very low feeling, and I felt like I can't do anything, I'm not so good. During that time, my mother told me, suggested me a book. When she was going into this rough phase, she had read this book and encouraged herself to move forward. So she told me like, read this book, I think it would help you. And when I started to read that book, yes, I understood a lot of things, that there is always a chance to win. And because of that book, I had encouraged myself to move forward. And also the book I'm reading now is Atomic Habit. That book was like one of the popular book, I think you may all know it. I wanted to read this book because I felt like I'm not so routine, I'm not so good, well mannered or well scheduled person. So because of that reason, I read Atomic Habit. I'm currently reading Atomic Habit, and when I read few of the lines which were like, yes, this is how our routine should be, this is how well managed I should be. And still I'm implementing things from that book, and these are all the things which I have learned from few of my books.
So, can you tell me who is the writer of that book?
I have told it before itself. You Can Win, which is written by Shiv Khera, and Atomic Habits book, which has been written by James Clear.
How close are you with your family?
As I had said before, that I don't have a lot of friends. I have a very small circle of friends. I'm so close with my family that they are my friends, they are my parents, they are my siblings, they are my everything. So whenever I have any issues with my life or any problem which I'm facing, it will be in studies, emotionally, or anything, I go to them, I share to them, not any friend or anyone. So yes, so I'm so close with my family.
What message do you want to give? And this is the last question of our Q&A.
What message do I want to give? Specifically, is it youths?
Yes, to teenagers.
Okay, to teenagers. Okay. The message that I want to give is that why do you need to fit in when you're born to stand out? Nowadays, we see a lot of teenagers following the trends and all. And I say that why do you need to follow others when you are born to stand out? You know, you don't have to follow others. The only thing you should remember is you are braver than you think, you are stronger than you seem, and you are smarter than you think. So just believe in yourself, believing in what you are, and stop following others. Be yourself, and when you start being yourself, then the world will know you, what you are and who you are, and maybe in future people may follow you as their role models. So
Round of applause.
thank you. Okay, I think this was the last question. So what would you say now?
So this was the Q&A session with my sister, FALKIA Khan. So bye.